Hey guys.
All right, folks, we're here to check out the video that finished in first place in the Patreon poll of the week, the Halo Effect with Path of Fierce Resistance instead of Path of Least Resistance. I like the play on words there. By the way, these guys are touring in North America right now. I'm going to be seeing them on Friday in the great city of Toronto. They're also playing at the Milwaukee Metal Fest, and they're also playing at Prog Power in September in Atlanta, in Hotlanta. All right, so I'm super excited about their show. Unearth is one of the bands on that bill. I also love those guys. So super hyped for this show in Toronto. I think it's sold out. If not, it's like there's like 5 tickets available, something like that. So you ready for the Halo Effect? All right, let's check this out. I want to get your take on this song, but I just want to say this first. Every time we did a video from the Halo Effect before the album came out, like I think we checked out every single that they released, if not like pretty close to that. And every time I was like, oh, this one sounds more like Dark Tranquility. Oh, this more sounds like In Flames. This one sounds like the Halo Effect.
Yeah. This is the perfect mixture of the songs that felt more like In Flames and more like...
This to me is where their DNA sits. This song is like if I was to show, if somebody asked me like what is the Halo Effect, what is their sound, I think I would pick this song as the representation of what the band is, because of all the singles that we did, of everything that their debut album obviously had great tracks, but it was a great record. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that album, I don't think that album had their identity completely pinned down yet.
Well, what
this song does, to me.
In my opinion, so what you were right. Like some of the singles were like, this is more like Inflamed, more like Dark Tranquility, and all like that's how the album.
And
was.
some were hybrid.
Some were there was
hybrid, but always pulling more towards one side or the other.
This one felt like this was hybrid, but never pulling towards. This felt like it was the perfect mixture. It was the perfect mixture of what I love from Dark Tranquility and what I love from Old In Flames. And this is the perfect mixture where nothing is so overpowering each other. They're perfectly mixed. You know, blue and red, perfectly mixed. That's how I feel like this song is. There's no
Why blue and red?
Because they're two primary colors, and they perfectly mix.
Okay.
A lot of other colors, when they mix, they make a darker version of one of the colors, or they make more of
I got it. You're dropping some knowledge. I wasn't aware of that.
But yeah, that's how
your intelligence kind of caught me off guard.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was a compliment.
Stop.
I don't know if that was a compliment.
It was.
Okay.
Because you didn't think I was that smart, but now
exactly.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
So the compliment, it didn't start as a compliment, but
I took it as a compliment.
Okay,
that's all.
That's all that matters. Okay, let's not ruin it. Let's move on.
But yeah, I think it's a perfect mixture of it is. This is the pinnacle of what the other album was building to. The other album was showing us what they can do, but
this is just a single. I don't think this is part of upcoming, because they're on tour, so they're
but you want to put out some song here and there, But what I'm saying is, what the other album was, it was kind of like they didn't have an identity. It didn't feel like the identity was found, like you said. It didn't feel like identity was found. It felt like they knew what they were doing. They knew how to mix stuff, but they didn't know how to fully mix it. They just knew how to kind of mix it. But it's still making it good. Not saying anything bad about that album. This does feel like it was. They perfectly found. They found that. They found it. They found their sound. They were like, "Fuck it. This is what we are. This is the Halo effect. You can't say this is more one than the other. You can't say this is more the other than one. This is them."
Yeah.
And I think that it's a perfect song, like you said, to show someone, oh, this is the Halo effect. Boom. This is the song.
Let me just see something here. But go ahead.
Because I think. It is their. It's their. What are you looking for?
No, I'm just trying to see when the song came out. It came out a couple of days ago. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect. Definitely a song that's got to go in the set. Definitely a song that has to go in the set.
I was just reading the comment section. It looks like this was the bonus track on the Japanese edition of the album.
Fucking! You guys heard me slap my fucking thighs.
No, but for us it's new, because I never heard this song before.
No, of course, but dude,
why the fuck you put these songs in the Japanese edition, though?
The Japanese edition always gets the better songs. I think
it's every fucking band. Remember when we did that video from Amorphous?
Yeah, and that song was really good, but it was only in the Japanese version of that album. Which means that when I go on Spotify, or when I go on like iTunes, I'm not going to be able to find it.
No, they're not available on iTunes?
I don't think so. No.
Jeez, that's even worse. Well, now this one it is, because they just released it as a single, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, but hopefully they play it at the.
Yeah, you're not going to be there anyways.
Well, for you.
Oh, okay. They're just going to play it for me.
I'll enjoy it for you.
They're just going to play it for me. You know. But anyways, to me, this song feels to me like... It feels more like their DNA sound
honestly,
here.
I think
this is my DNA sound.
This is now where the start of the band will be.
It doesn't change anything as far as what we set up to this point.
No. But what I'm saying is that I think if they go now with newer music in the same direction... This is the start of the Halo effect. That last album, yes, it was their first album, but I think that last album was still baby steps. This is cool runnings.
Okay, so now let me ask this. This is an interesting question. When it came to, because this was a bonus track on the Japanese edition, does that mean that this was the last song that they wrote for that release in Japan? Because the question begs to be asked is, at what point in the creative process, when they were putting the record together, did this song come about? Because to me, that's kind of where my mind is at this point. Like, where in the creative process was this song?
I'm hoping, because then to make me feel better about myself, I'm hoping it's the last one. because there's no way you create.
Or at least towards the end, the tail end of the
no,
making
I'm
of
hoping
the
this is
album.
like the last song they made, like the last one they put together and stuff. Because that's just to make me feel better. Because to make me feel better that the last album was more this being that culmination song. I would rather in my mind knowing it's the last one, because then it can make me feel like, oh, but everything was building up to this.
But maybe maybe it's not the case. But then if you look at from a design of a record point of view, you want to create an album that has the right dynamics, that has the right movements, and maybe a song like this sits better as a bonus track.
Oh no, most definitely. No.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd say it sit better as either part of an album similar to this, or as a bonus track for other reasons. The Japanese one, whatever.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like this then could be the springboard to what the following up album will.
Yeah, because this song doesn't feel like much of what the other album gave us. The other, like I said, the other album was overpowering with one or other. This one doesn't feel that. It doesn't feel like it would blend well in the middle at the start. It doesn't.
That's
feel
why
like
it wasn't part
well.
of the track listing.
But that's why it wasn't. But fuck, the Japanese always get the best.
I know.
We talked about this when we go to Japan. I want a vlog day where we go to music stores and see if we can fucking find like the Japanese.
I'm sure of course you can find the Japanese.
Yeah, I know,
with
but,
the bonus tracks.
I know, but I want to make it a video of us finding like bands we like and finding their.
Nobody's
their
ever
stuff.
explained this to me. Maybe one of you guys watching can explain this. Why Japan gets always bonus tracks? It's either one or two bonus tracks, and they're always outstanding
and they're
songs.
always like some of the best.
Sometimes it's the best song in the whole album.
Yeah, sometimes like the best song on the album is on the Japanese version of the thing. I don't know. They love Japan.
I don't think it's that. I think it's a commercial thing. Almost like they expect a little bit more. Like they expect a little bit extra. You know, it's part of the expectations that they have when they pick up an album, that there's going to be a couple of extra bonus songs.
Just for them.
Well, not necessarily just for... They do it for them because the expectation is there. If the expectation in North America was that, you know, fans want an album, but they want an extra bonus track at the end or whatever, then they would do it for them and for us. I don't think they would release an album there with a different bonus track than an album here. I don't think they would do that, or anybody would do that.
They're giving.
But I think it's just a cultural thing there, that expectation is what's there,
or maybe
and
it's
bands
also,
then throw that in when they're
a
making a record.
It's also a way of getting that market too. Like opening up that Japanese
because once
market.
again, the expectation in that market is that you do that. So if
or maybe
you don't,
that's the expectation. Maybe they do. Maybe it's become an expectation now. But bands
I think it's an expectation, and I think if you don't do it, then you're concerned that your album may not do as well because that's
in that part of the
because it doesn't have a. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I honestly have no clue, but it's just interesting.
Really good song, and like we said, I think this is hopefully the next album or next couple of stuff they do.
I know they're working on some other singles and they're working on some music videos.
Yeah, so hopefully...
So there's going to be new material coming soon.
I really hope they kind of follow the same...
DNA
pattern that this song perfectly splices
Not
together.
To say that the record wasn't good, not to say that the tracks were good, not to say that the single wasn't good.
It just felt like they didn't have a DNA. It just felt like...
I felt like they were looking for it.
Yeah,
they were looking for it.
It just felt like songs that were not... It felt like songs that didn't fit albums for Dark Tranquility, and it felt like songs that didn't fit albums for Old in Flames. They felt like songs that were lost through time that finally were put together. Good songs, and they went well together, but they didn't seem like they had their own individual DNA. Now, this one, in my opinion...
That's actually one of the things that I looking back on that record, for as much as I enjoyed the music on that album, it wasn't an album that I was completely in love with, because I felt like the record lacked a little bit of character, lacked a little bit of...
self-identity.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. And to me, those kind of things are not important. They're not important on an individual song basis if I'm listening on Spotify or picking up a song here and there.
No,
but when I sit down to listen to a record from start to finish, that becomes a huge piece of the puzzle, for me at least.
I agree with you, because I also listen to the entire album. Like, I don't listen to few entire albums. Because sometimes when I listen to music...
you don't listen to many.
I don't listen to many, yeah.
Not few. You actually listen to a few.
I listen to a few, sorry. I don't listen to many full albums, like, in a row. Because normally when I listen to music, it's in the car going from place to place, and sometimes I want to listen to some music here and there. But that album I did, and that was one of the things that I thought in the album, that, hey, this song sounds a little bit like this, more like this, more like this, more like this. And at the end of the album, like, I enjoyed it. But it didn't have, like I said, it didn't have a sense of identity.
It didn't paint a picture.
It didn't paint a picture. that I
It was
thought
good,
would.
but it didn't paint. Something was missing, and it was when I was listening to it. Now, for me, looking back, it's easier for me to say what was missing. But when I was listening to the record at that point in time, it was very hard for me to identify exactly what was missing.
But after hearing,
I think this song kind of helped me to
opens you
identify
up.
what was missing. So,
Yeah.
anyways, looking forward to seeing the guys on Friday performing in Toronto.
Maybe they'll play this song since they.
Of course they're going to play this song. I mean, why would they release this before a North American, which is a very short North American tour, and then not play it? So, plus they're headliners, and they only have one album. It's not like they have a huge discography to pull from.
True.
They pretty much have to play the whole record. They pretty much have to play the whole record. And I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know the set list, but I wouldn't be surprised because the album is around the 45-minute mark or something like that. I think they're going to play for an hour, so I wouldn't be shocked if they throw in a Dark Tranquility song or maybe even a couple of In Flames songs.
They'll definitely do this for like an encore, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, this would be a great encore. Great encore. Anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts on the song, on the whole Japanese market, and we'll see you at the next video.
See ya.